You
Peace to
must
the
be,
God.
you must be
Peace.
excited. What up? Salute.
Yeah, I saw the ideas flowing and shit.
Big, how you doing?
I'm good, my lord. How you, man?
I'm all right. I said, damn, I turned around, I just went in there for a second. I said, he here already. He must be ready to rock. So let's do it. You doing all right though?
Indeed, my lord. I'm good, man. It's a blessed day, man. You know, this is a good way to just chill out and have some man convo, man, for one time, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody, thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 22 of Constant Elevation, the legendary Brother J X Clan, Brooklyn, New York. This is and myself, Tamal. And we do this every month, first Monday, first Wednesday of the month. I always get that. The first Wednesday of the month. We didn't get a chance to do it last week because you were traveling, so we're making up for that. Always try to stay on point with at least getting them in a month. And this is a structured build, so please, if you have questions or comments, try to use the questions feature below. We can pull them up and try to make sure they're they're relating to the topic that we're discussing. So yeah, man, I'm excited about this one. So for everybody, so we're gonna get into it's a broad topic. We're gonna see where it goes. As you put it in your text message, media control, ripple effect of media control in hip hop, and so I want to get into the ripple effect, but I want to just first get your take on just the broader picture and just kind of how this came to be where we are right now.
Well, I mean, you know, this is not a new topic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it kind of is a reminder of the ownership that we didn't reach for. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy eras of being consumers and practitioners of hip hop and whatnot, but nobody saved their chips up to say, yo, I own the Def Jam building, or, you know, I own the Island, you know, building. You know, labels have gone through so many hand to hand from different companies. You see liquor companies was buying entertainment, and cigarettes and all kind of different products was buying into music and whatnot. You know, it slowly became a product thing. So you know, when something like this happens, it kind of, you know, with the Kyrie and the Kanye thing, you're seeing people with wealth at this point, you know, saying like, you know, why can't I be Adidas? Why can't I be, you know, Nike? You know what I'm saying? Why is always 2 or 3 people between me and somebody in the dark getting paid? And, you know, I want to build on that, on how that's going to affect music, because, you know, once you take your stance on on what side of the fence you basically building with, that's going to decide your career. You know what I'm saying? Because
You're a testament to
that. Real talk, my Lord. So, you know, I mean, you know, it's deep how our conversations lead to a moment like this, man, because, you know, I was shocked that someone would, you know, put that much money up and burn it, basically. You know, you drop from a billionaire to a millionaire in a matter of 24 hours.
Quick.
You know, quickly, my Lord. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's just trying to prove a point to spank you. That's deep. You know, that sets fear off in people. Like, you know, damn, that could be your job. You know, over just COVID alone, people was losing their jobs and stuff like that. You know, for people trying to get control on your head. So, you know, it kind of breaks a deep programming that we've been, you know, living under for a long period of time. It kind of snaps you up like, oh, snap. You know, I'm not owning anything right now. How am I going to put music out if I'm standing with Kyrie, if I'm standing with Kanye? When you go to get your deal signed, you know, who you think you're dealing with? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it goes to, you know, the people not being prepared to be the right kind of consumer. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just thumbs and hearts at that point. You know, it becomes like, you know, what am I supporting? And then the artist has to say, well, I can't make a stance like this and then write slop. You can't go back to Cocaine Boy and, you know, and this and that after this, dog. You can't. This is going to be very interesting to me because, what kind of music are you going to spit after this, dog? You know what I'm saying? Just real talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Kyrie has, many options and stuff as, if he was to be cut off from the league and whatnot. But you talk about, supporting Kanye at this point, he's straight. But, now where other people will be challenged at their workplace, it's almost like, are you vaccinated type of attitude when you go to a label now? Do you feel and support this kind of thing? And you're going to have to pull your drawers to your ankles. And I'm not a racial hater or whatever, and you're just coming to do music. But it can get as petty as that, dog.
Yo, check this out. The Vanderbilt University football team and one of their assistant coaches posted on a Facebook comment on his page. He posted, I think a couple days ago, past couple days, he just posted this, and I quote, Kanye is 2 steps ahead of everybody else. And he is suspended and for that shit, and he's being reprimanded. He's probably going to lose his job. Outrage.
Wow. And,
so there you go.
Yeah, and then now, where does he go to get hired to continue his career?
Because now you're not your label.
Exactly.
It's like a sex.
You're not. We're consumers at this point. We're not a brick and mortar place writing you a check to say, yo, you got fired from this here. We support you. That man now is in a limbo. Whatever his lifestyle is crazy change, bro. You got to think about that.
Right.
Even the sportscasters. Jalen Rose, one of the realest dudes on TV, had to retract the statement just mentioning the white woman that was dealing with the Celtic coach. He mentioned this, and then minutes later came on with a statement apologizing, saying there was some kind of mystery investigation and he knows why he can't say a certain thing. And I'm like, wow, dog, y'all just dragged this man through the mud in front of the whole world. Like he did something on his own, and you can't take the other party through it. And it's saying like, we're not trying to drag Shorty, but it's like, who is this person and why is this man losing his job and shifting gears and changing teams? You can suspend him from one place, but he's good in another. Yo, bro.
They decided not to hire him, though. I don't know if you saw that. They didn't hire him. Brooklyn didn't hire him. They went with the interim coach, Jacques Vaughn. They were like, so see? Because they were getting rattled, too. I read before. They were getting rattled when they immediately went after the Celtics dude. You know what I'm saying? They got heat. And then they were like, we got a little too much drama going on. We ain't going to have this. So they went with the dude they already got.
Yeah, because you would be y'all are drama around Kyrie. Durant don't want to play, and then you bring a coach that's supposed to be part of a scandal, and you trying to win some kind of championship, dog. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The ripple effects.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? The ripple effects. It looks like people are breaking their programming and saying, yo, we're not going for that. Why is he good enough to do this, but good enough to do this? So the voice of people is strong. But it's like, when these people lose their gigs and stuff, what do we do? What can we do for them? We're not an institution like the people that are spitting them out. That's what has to change. We have to become, in a unified force. We have to start putting together the institutions that keep the power safe. Because, B, it's not for everybody. If everybody thinks they can do it, then, it's never going to work. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see these actors and artists and stuff just go by the wayside and people just forget about them, out of sight, out of mind. We don't have a fund to help them. We don't have, thank you for the good memories. You inspired me. Unless it's some kind of GoFund or something like that. It got to be better than that, dog. You know what I'm saying? When they sign to these commercial entities, dog, you got medical benefits, you got all kinds of different things. And,
right.
and there's a lot of M's sometimes involved with these kind of deals and stuff. And y'all trying to get these people to just buck out. Look at Jason Williams came on one of his own little personal Instagram, a ball player, talking about, yo, man, I don't care if this is wrong or right, man. Kyrie didn't do anything wrong. He watched the film, he watched the whole 9, and he didn't get that kind of vibration. and he was sitting there waiting for his lumps. And I'm saying, why in the information age, how is that so, dog?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think the censorship has gotten worse, or it's only highlighted now and stuff like that? Has it, like, especially the music? Because I remember. So let's go back to like Two Live Crew, right? Tipper Gore, when the parental guidance labels first started getting on music and stuff like that, or whatever. Like, I'm just saying, like, do you think it's just worse now? Because it seems like you can't say shit, fam, like at all. And I don't know. We came up in the Archie Bunker, like George Jefferson era. Like,
Yo,
so
bro, I really can't see where we can't say anything, bro. I've seen Euphoria on HBO, dog. I mean, they
certain
let
people
the
can't
gates,
say anything, everything. We see that.
bro, they can say whatever they want to do, man. I've seen the most disgusting stuff on TV, bro. 20 times deeper than anything we talking about.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary the way that you just like you smacking niggas hands at the stove, man. Like, yo, get off this. Don't touch this. This is hot. Don't say my name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even don't say my name. You know what I'm saying? That's like, wow. I'm like, motherfuckers to say nigga on Twitter all day long. I listen to music that is so low based. And I'm like, all of the stuff that I hear compared to somebody just posting something on the air or airing out like, yo, man, I'm tired of seeing wealth in a place. If Kanye is 2 billion deep or whatever, or plus or whatever, imagine what his handler's getting. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what the brand is getting and rocking with him. If he's just only getting a percentage, and he's sitting up there talking about, yo, I'm tired of being, top in my tier, but I'm only getting crumbs from my table. You stopping me from being Massa Musa, and him just to say that is a problem. That's crazy. Somebody threaten your life. He was talking like somebody threatened his life, dog. Like, yo, I'm coming to get you. You know what I'm saying? It's your last days. And homie say, yo, I'm going DEFCON, whatever the fuck, in defense. That's crazy. You would do that with that dude with that many followings? That's what we built on that martyr rap. You imagine the insurance on someone like that, bro.
Right. But you said, yeah, that's a big thing. You talked about this though earlier, as far as the unifying. You know what I mean? We're not the entity. Like, the artist isn't anything. You're just a commodity, man. Like, listen. So like, as people, as much as people fuck with Kanye, somebody else will come along. They'll prop up and they don't give a fuck, yo. As far as
it happened overnight. They put Puffy in this place. It was like Game of Thrones or something, dog. As soon as they denounced Kanye, it was like Puffy is announced the next black whatever the hell. I'm like, yo, man, nobody cares about that, dog.
Right.
I don't care. I don't even care about that measurement. You know what I'm saying?
That's a false. That's some other shit too. That's not even a real fucking issue. Like that's some.
That's crazy. That's like you're gonna say, well, this slave didn't perform well enough, so we're gonna put another one. Because at the end of the day, you kiss the ring to get that permission, bro. We speak about the permission on this show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You kiss the ring. There was a point where you're supposed to say, yo, I have enough. And I have enough to self-sustain. I got enough fan base. I don't have to marry a Kardashian. I don't have to do the extra. I don't have to be on TV 24 hours. You can be satisfied, dog.
Right.
There's a level. You know what I'm saying? And some people just get curious beyond that, dog. And it's like, now you want to, buck in the middle of that. You accepted. You gave oath to certain things, man. You gave oath to certain things, dog. It's real shit. And this is a warning to people like, you want to jump out of, what we call poverty, you know what I'm saying, or middle class, and you want to jump into that situation, you got to have permission and there's payment for that. Everybody that you've seen is either paid with their life or been canceled to a point where they can never make their own. And it's like, when do you build your own? Right. This is what we were doing with the pay-per-view. Let's build our own. Let's see who rocks with us. People ain't ready for that because we're programmed to wherever the brand says, this is great. This is where you get your pay-per-view from. This is where you get your streaming movies from. Don't deal with this. Don't deal with this. We're programmed.
spoon fed, and and that's the thing. So we're part. I always say this though. We're talking about media. We also are responsible. We gotta we're accountable for fucking shoveling that shit in and accepting it and swallowing it. And a lot of times knowing that it's not good for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's on us too. And that's the part where we gotta wise up. You know what I mean?
Hey, we don't get along enough.
Which,
You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, your level of wise up and somebody else's level of wise up may be two different worlds. We don't have the time to figure out where they meet,
right,
because the war is at the door. Somebody just took down someone that we respect in our community and said, sit still and give me your bread. And then took the other one out of his career indefinitely. And what can we do? Cat's probably watching the game right now. No sense of boycott, no sense of outrage, no sense of anything, bro. It's like what are we doing here? We're gonna wait for Kyrie to be replaced with a new player, and then a year later we'll forget all about it, and he becomes like Mahmoud Rauf. You know what I'm saying? He becomes that entity, like he did a great thing, and we celebrated him, and now such and such is the point guard for Brooklyn Nets. That's how they programmed us to move on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know how to support these people right now, bro.
It's unfortunate, but it's unfortunate, but it's true. I mean, the thing with Kyrie, I mean, to me, based on what I see with him basketball, doesn't move him like the way other things move him. So I mean, I think he'll be straight. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck he does, but I mean, the whole situation's unfortunate in terms of how they handled. But you know, because he's got to pay. They want him to pay 500 G's to you know, so like, fuck that. Like,
you basically telling him, like, you know, just get ready to give up that money. If you can't sit here and perform well, you're going to get this new 6 points. And it's all building with their folks. You don't have him building with anyone from our circle. Like, pick an elder of your choice for some meditation time or some mental time or whatever. You just gave Ben Simmons some mental time. So why don't you let Kyrie choose an elder that he rocks with? Why does it have to be your situation? Why does he have to be reprogrammed to get back into the situation? That's where it gets crazy to me. For them to just do that openly like that. That's usually a behind the curtain conversation. But now you front street in the social media with it, like this is what's happening. Right. And if Kyrie doesn't do that, then you know why we traded him. And then you know that puts a stain on him. Nobody's going to want to pick up that drama, bro.
Right.
And how could he play and perform at 100% under that kind of stress? Going to a town where somebody else thinks they can't even go in there as black men and get respected. People be throwing beers and shit at these cats. And then you're going to tell him to go in there with that kind of anti-Semitic on the back. And you're not even using that definition correctly, referring to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to alter history. Like, I know what the history books say, but this is what I say. Look at all the forms of control that are existing in this whole situation. You're going to say, let's erase history. And this is what I want you to receive us as, whatever it is. And the history books are saying, no, that's not what happened. Right. And this is what it is. And just like America does, they override. Okay, it wasn't racially offensive to call the slave diaspora immigrant movement. Okay, we weren't immigrants. We wasn't coming over here like cold and with a little bit of food and looking at the Statue of Liberty like we're home and shit, nigga. We wasn't brought. You know, some of the people that were brought here weren't that. You know, for people that were here is different already. You know, that's a whole other story. But they try to make in the history books now that we were immigrants. That's what it's labeled as. So you chasing immigrants from slaves, that's a big leap, dog. That's a big leap.
They're stretching that shit.
That's crazy as hell. And then you're going to implement that in schools. As sorry as the school system is already. All right, you teaching kids how to fist men sexually and women. You know, what kind of interaction is that? That's some S&M Greek Gargamel shit, man. What the hell? What are we talking about, dog?
Yeah, you know, and we always end up here when we chat, man, because we get to the point where we're like, damn, what the hell is going on, man? Because you know, this is again the ripple effect, right? Like it touches so many things, you know, like so that's why, you know, it's a good topic here because it spreads out, right? Like a fucking plague, and it's all over the place. Now, real quick though, I wanted to ask you, you had mentioned as far as musically when we were building on this, you said there's control of the underground as well. So I want you to elaborate on that.
Well, I mean, think about it, dog. Who owns underground labels? If one form of music is created, then there's subdivisions created. Very few people of color own any kind of branding when it comes to music. You can sit at home and put up some kind of LLC and sit at your computer and fake, dog. But if you're a real machine, you may have to go into your workplace, even if you underground and blessed to be signed right now, and somebody will have a difference of opinion. And you may be like that football coach, dog. Yeah. All right? You know, underground's a little bit more loose in thought, but it's still, you know, the people who run it, what is their mind state? If they're misinterpreting this whole thing, look, you know what's amazing about this to me is that some of the other people are miseducated as well. Okay? Some people are raised to be like Santa Claus is real. All right? And never get off it. All right? For real, for real.
Right.
So you got them appalled like, oh my God, I never even seen this place in history. All right? It's just like us. How many times do we go back in our real true bloodline and look for who we are for real? So you imagine hundreds of years of having the privilege and you don't even have to figure out where it comes from, and something else is fed to you. Some people are miseducated on that level, bro.
Right.
It's amazing, dog. So when it comes to your label brand, you're dealing with the 4th, 5th generation of that miscommunication running your label brand.
Right.
Okay? Some of those labels had problems when Iraq was being bombed. And artists of color had issues because in the underground, you got melting pots of artists. So now you imagine if your label man was like a red, white, and blue, yo, kill those Muslims or whatever type of mentality, dog. And you coming in like, you know, whatever your rap is about or whatever. Imagine that kind of conflict. That has happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fortunate thing about like 2022 is that, you know, at least the technology is such as that, like, you know, you can put out your own shit. You can kind of control your own music and stuff like that and control what you put out. But the only problem is I mean, it's a hard road to be completely on your own without the help of a bigger entity. And like you said, that bigger entity is typically run by some corporation that doesn't have the artist's best interests at heart. I mean, we
That's
know
correct.
So
this is a conversation of management. Do you trust Black management in music and film to now say, I'm going to get off the tip completely and trust brother whoever's label, brother or sisters whoever's label versus Warner Brothers versus Universal? So suppose you got a powerful film right now and you saying, damn, should I go through the independent where it looks where in your mind you think like, damn, it's gonna be like a B movie because we don't trust ourselves to do that bigger marketing. All right, we don't trust ourselves to get the billboard when you come out the train station and the movies popped up on the screen. We don't have control of those things. All right, we gave that control when we didn't stop being consumers back in the day and say, yo, break dancers, DJs, everybody, put in a quarter of your check in this pot. Let's do this for the next 5 years and get a Black investor to match us. And we're going to build a label.
right.
Now I would rock with somebody like how OK Player was. If that was a brand, remember back in the days?
Yeah, of course. Because I was gonna say, was there any time where that happened? Can you think of any time throughout, as far as hip hop or music? I mean, film. I'm thinking about like when Keenan Ivory Wayans was doing his thing, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, again, I don't know the details, but he was, you know, he's known for that. But I'm just thinking of, like, can you think of any time where, you know, it was running shit? I mean, like, you know, like where somebody said, okay, we're gonna go with the independent, and it did blow up.
Right. I mean, there's very few. I mean, look at Bill Cosby is a powerful example.
Mm.
All right. He got to a point where he was able to bid for network status. NBC, dog. He didn't. You're not making no little little bullshit movies to get no consideration like that. You're not controlling no small amount of money. That's wealth conversation. You know what I'm saying? If moves like that happen, it would be easier to open up under a brand like that.
Right.
All right. But why must black distribution and stuff like that, you know, be like a Prince Hall type of conversation? You know, it's like, if we're brothers in this thing, we're brothers in this thing. Why does it have to be like all black people over here? All y'all do is black R&B. So we're just going to build this for you. What about the black violin players? What about, you know, the black rock stars? You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen no black Soundgarden or any of that. You know, it's like it's like they put everything into a corner, and then you still got rules. So go in the corner, put the dunce cap on, and then stand on your head and do as I say. That's worse than shut up and dribble. That's pretty much what it is, my lord. So, you know,
there's been a few that have snuck through, because I'm thinking that snuck through the cracks. I'm thinking about, like, you know, Fishbone. I mean, Bad Brains.
Yeah, but again, artists. All right,
yeah.
No brands.
Not entities and brands. Never. I mean, rarely. I shouldn't say never, but rarely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, more so, it's management, and it's something that we're not trained in. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to go through the hurdles that they set to say, I went through this business school, I went to this. Look, when you look at a label and you look at the roster of people that went through the system to get their credentials, that's the bar that's set.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't override that. Okay? You can't get up tomorrow and be like, I'm going to be bigger than Quad Studios. I got a Macintosh, 2 speakers, and Pro Tools. And you feel that you're going to be bigger than the big studios that's been there 20, 30 years. It just don't happen like that. There's structure, there's reasoning, and then there's a matter of support, consistent support. So it's not like, I bought from you last week, you back here again. You don't say that when Def Jam drops LL and Jay-Z and DMX and all of that. You just keep buying whoever they spit out because you trust the management. All right? So now when you look at who's Def Jam's daddy, you know what I'm saying? You say, you know, the ring that Kanye and them are saying, like, yo, I always bump into y'all. Y'all always in the room some kind of way. When can I have a one-on-one? We have built and supported these brands so much that we trust their management. You can't rebel when that's all you know. You don't know no black people doing right with bread. Right. It always is some kind of wild, crazy shit when black people get money. That's all the media feeds us.
Right.
They don't look at the guy. What's the guy's name? Byron Allen?
Byron Allen.
That's one of the most powerful dudes in the game. And we don't watch his channel.
We don't even really know anything about him. It's a novelty. Real quick, I got to make a quick announcement. This is a structured show. We do not take live guests jumping in. It's not like that. We have some structured things. We're trying to cover some stuff. So if you appreciate the fact that you have some things to say about it, but you can put them in the comments or whatever. But we're not taking people live. So I just wanted to share that. So. Byron Allen.
Read some of the comments, Laura. I mean, what they talking about?
Well, he's not. I mean, I'm just saying he wants to go live, and I'm saying we're not doing that because I have issues when that happens sometimes with the third person. So
I understand.
So that's what
tell him type out what he wanted to build.
Yes, I'm saying. Yeah. Just type your comments out. You've typed like 3, so just type them out, and we can address them. So that's all up. But we're just not, or put them in the questions feature. It's easy. That's what, like I said earlier. Someone said, in your point, we'll bring this one up. In your opinion, at what point did Kanye officially get canceled? I mean, did he? At what point? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just to make so to be full disclaimer, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a fan of Kanye at all. I mean, this is interesting. The whole musically, I never rock with dude ever, ever. I mean, but I'm just saying that doesn't make that's not a hit or there. I'm just saying as far as this situation goes, so I haven't been that close to it or whatever, but it seems like I'm not qualified to speak on what he said or didn't say. I'm just talking about like the bigger, for me, from my perspective, I'm talking about the bigger picture. So I just want to put that.
I understand. To me, it's not about the music thing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
no,
not about.
I'm just saying.
And that's why we're building now, because the ripple effect is going to have to make the consumer into a soldier.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the whole point of this conversation. It's no longer, oh, I like Cut 5. You know, that song is so dear to me. It changed my life. I stand with Kanye. Nah, man, it ain't that anymore. Right. It's like somebody tried to behead this man in front of everybody, and he escaped the block. Are you going to allow them to finally
go fuck themselves? And it's great.
yeah. I mean, it's deep, but it's always, to me, it's bad to always have some kind of crucified situation, you know, to make somebody that martyr, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why does, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand that, and that's why we had the other episodes on that, dog. I'm just like, look,
we love that shit, right?
Huh?
We love that shit. We love that shit.
Hey, I love a proper sense of rebellion. You know, it's so vast, the kind of conversations that he's bringing in, because it's like you educating people that don't even know. They don't know about Planned Parenthood. You know, they don't know about a lot of different things, because look, he was part of the problem at one time. You're producing some of the foolishness, and you got down with it, and then you got tired of it. All right, you've been behind the curtain. Now there's cats in line that's wondering, like, when's my time? So now you telling them, well, nobody's coming in here after me. Y'all might as well rally up and get something together. They're not prepared for that. You know, they're not prepared for that. They're not prepared to really be truly independent, dog. We've had that conversation here. Who's gonna go in a room and say, let me take 6 of my best friends and put some money up and get everybody a position and create a brand? Okay? Cats can't even smoke a blunt without an argument. All right? Can't even sit in a barbershop without an argument.
Can't play ball without going in the trunk.
Yeah, real shit. You can't even go to a party in peace and not wonder, you know, somebody gonna get popped. You know, how the hell you gonna manage the music game, dog? How you gonna manage the film world? And then if you go up into that place, then what do you gotta do? You gotta fill out the 6 points of Kyrie in order to get a deal, where you gotta go meet with our people, and you gotta do this, and you gotta bow down, and then we'll consider having you on board into our brand. Right. Imagine if it gets stupid like that, dog. That's crazy.
We heading in that direction. It seems like, man. I mean, like, it's wild right now, man.
Hey,
it's wild now. So, okay. So, as far as we're in the second half of the show, and I wanted to always like end it on like a positive note. And so, what are some I want to say practical steps? Like, what can like people do right now? Go do, like, what can we do practically to start righting the ship? It's a long haul back, but what can we do?
Well, the key thing is educate yourself on the points that are being given, so you're not sitting around with a logical opinion, whatever your logic level may be. You take some of the key points that people are discussing, find out what Semitic means, and what would an anti-Semitic person be. Find out, watch the movie, okay? Do your history on the powers that be, you know, because everybody pays their dues in their own way. Who's to say that these Jewish people didn't, you know, establish their situation righteously? You know, they went in and fought. And then it happened to be that they're in control of the land and the situations that say, yo, man, now, you know, we were shot down and now we're up. Everybody did their battle. So, you know, where does our battle begin? When can the consumer become the soldier? What are those elements? Does that mean now that you think about where you put your dollar. All right? Anything that you wear, food that you eat, how you travel, all of that. Your soldier got to be complete. All right? If you're not thinking in that fashion, and don't wait for anybody else to do it, practice it on your own. You know, everybody waits for 10 or 15 cats to be like, oh, I saw them wearing their Yeezys and holding their fist up and having a Kyrie headband on or some stupid shit. It's not petty like that anymore. It's now like, yo, lockdown. You can't get my dollar anymore until you apologize to us. Okay? That becomes a situation. Everybody's apologizing to some mystery entity. What about the apology to us? What about the apology for making nigger a household name on a global platform? Who apologizes for that? All right? All of this stuff that we deal with every day. You know, shaming Jalen Rose on the TV going, what are you doing? Go back on there and apologize to me right now. Who you apologizing to, dog? That was never clear to me. So those are the type of things that we have to prepare ourselves to support. You may have to, kind of fast from some of the things that you're usually into during a boycott. Go back and study when other boycotts went on. What happened and how did it affect and what was the resolution? So have a purpose to your situation. If you're saying, yo, we all standing here waiting for an apology to come to these athletes, how you gonna diss somebody like Kyrie who told y'all from the beginning that the mask and shit was bullshit, and then it come up to be that they come back apologizing a year or two later talking about, yeah, we never did the research, we apologize. Now on to the next topic.
Right.
Come on, man. You already got that nigga in a straight right already, and now he's making a stance like this, and they're like, damn, is this something to think about? Do the research and figure it for yourself. Don't look for the media to define it for you. You always wait for the media's algorithm to feel like, which way should I sway? Should I get it from Candace Owens? Should I get it from Kanye when he makes his next post? No, get it from yourself doing the homework. We too lazy. Go read a real book and stop looking at these condensed video forms. People condense things when they put it into media because they only have 10 seconds of your attention span. Okay? You feel me?
That's all we got. That's all we want, right? The best videos and stuff, like as far as marketing and shit, are like 10 seconds long. Instagram cut out your long videos. They don't want them shits. 30 seconds max.
Because this is not the place for that. This is not the place for the solution to be online for you to click onto it. This is you reading and researching everything.
Right.
And then figuring out, yo, I've read several manuals that say the same thing.
Right.
This is what happened.
Right.
Now I can look at the conversation differently and say, how is this man such and such?
Yeah, the 30-second post should not be your sole source of your opinion, formulating your opinion. That's what I look at the post and I go, this is interesting. Let me go find out about this now. Like, you don't fucking use that shit as your basis for your opinion. But that's what everybody's doing though, man. Quick, boom, 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 boom. He said this.
But we're programmed, but with the thumb skimming research that we do. All right, we're programmed to that. It's like it was used to dumb down our attention span. Half of people right now go to read a book will fall asleep. You feel me? We're not training our minds. So now this is like, okay, boom, there was an explosion in the matrix. It's enough for you to get enough waking time to go do something constructive, which means do the research on where the explosion came from. Why is this so big? Why is a man posting this so big, and then the company that put it out has no apology to give, no anything? They continue to make money, and they're saying we're getting paid from that as well. So you take money from the little homie, and then you still get paid through the Amazon situation. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. So I just say to people, research, my lord. I mean, so it's always been about that for me. You gotta travel and get outside of the Google. What did cats do before computer and internet was on our hip? All right, they went to the library. They went to a trusted source. for information. This is an information age. You got to return back to the roots of where information comes from. Find the trusted author that can build on a situation completely, do the history on everything that's being talked about, and then make your stance on what it is. Because it's going to come to that. It's going to be like, are you vaccinated or not? Are you a Kyrie person or are you a this? They want to divide. This is how this country operates.
Yeah.
All right? But true and living facts don't let things be separate. It brings everything to a one place, bro. This is what it is. You're not going to deny what it really is. You're not going to tell me, nah, that's not real. No, I did the research. I've looked into other manuals. I've looked into several things, and it all adds up to this. You can't deny the math. You can't deny the math, bro.
No, you can't. So I'm writing these down. So do the knowledge, get the information. Think about where you put your dollar. And these
Correct.
are practical things that we can do right now. So, like, I mean, a lot of it
Yeah,
comes down.
because if you go out right now and buy the slop, be it music, film, anything, if you go out and buy that right now, you're not being a soldier for what's going on.
Right.
Just bottom line. How do you see somebody sacrifice millions and millions of dollars and say, yo, I was part of the hoax and I'm tired? And then you go back and buy elements of the hoax. The music was designed to dumb us out. And someone who was a chief creator in that realm is now whistleblowing. You would be stupid to go and support the hoax any further. That's the line drawn. Right. That's why I said the ripple effect of this is going to be heavy, my lord, because people have to fast off the foolishness completely now. Okay? Completely. You can't go in there and listen to Booty Go Fast, Drop It Fast, Skeeting on the Wall. You can't do that right now, dog.
And then go.
You can't do that right now.
And then go put your fucking, you know what I'm saying, put your rebel shit on.
Come on, dog. Come on. It's been revealed as a hoax, just like the COVID shot. It's funny that all of that stuff is being revealed at one time. So you're seeing that someone who was top in the crafts, enough to get to be a billionaire, has rebelled from that, saying, yo, I've been feeding y'all foolishness. And this is why. And this is who I was programmed by, and I no longer want to do this. That's what's going on. It ain't about no anti-Semitic anything, bro. Okay? The brother bumped into knowledge himself and said, yo, I'm greater than a dude from Chicago who had a beat machine and fulfilled his dream. I'm the son of something deep. My bloodline runs deep to Kush. Like, whoa. And you and now you go and demonstrate that to say, I no longer care about this. It's the perfect prophetic pose, but where it'll fail is the people not having knowledge of self and just following blindly. Like, I like your shoes. If you put them out somewhere else, I'll buy them. Even if they didn't pay less, I'll pick up some Yeezys. Nah, man. That's not the kind of soldier it is. If that's y'all uniform when you go and march, then fine. And I'm just saying for people who are in his movement like that, some people are really Google for this dude, man.
Oh, yeah, of course. They really are.
They really are. And I don't take anything from him, but I'm saying for people who are behind him like that, you can't be a fan now. You got to be a soldier. And then for people who are watching this saying, look, the reason that you want to support someone like that is because your job and career and your whole get down will be just like that football coach if you pick the wrong side of the fence. There is no straddling the fence here at this point, bro.
Right.
We're talking potential future. I don't know everything, but I'm just seeing how the chess game is laid out right now. And I've been playing this game for a long time, dog. I know the things that I avoid, you know, and why it's difficult for me to even come up with my people to do things because there's not enough structure. All right. They help create part of the game. We were the content, just like we are now. We don't run an Instagram.
Nope.
Anybody who's tried to do that lost the race, and whoever runs Facebook and all of that won the race. And then those people even became content. All right. So we have to realize, like, how do we organize and have the technology enough to do that. You don't make the phone device. So you'll fuck around and go make your own Instagram. But suppose they throw the whistle and say, don't support whatever the fuck. You won't even have a device to be on. That's how big this problem is. Okay? So until we get the manufacturing ability to create the hardware and the software and to monitor the content to a point where it's not everybody rushing the door. Okay, we don't have the power to be YouTube, billions of people all day on everything. We don't have that kind of power. We don't have that kind of server power, bro. Not that I know of. Anybody who gets close to doing that like that gets severed.
Yeah, they get swallowed up quick. They get
I love Bill
absorbed.
Cosby. I would never thought I'd see Bill Cosby in jail, bro. No matter what the fuck. You know, I've seen people of all ethnicities do 1,000 times worse than what it is, still walking around. You bugging out. So it's a deep place, and it's a stance. You can't be a fan at this time. You got to define what it is to be a soldier, and a soldier is only as good as their knowledge, bro. That's the realest shit that I can say, man.
That's facts. That's facts. You're limited. I mean, anybody, you're limited with what, you know, and if you're just getting your knowledge from 30-second clips and then formulating some deep-ass opinion after that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, come on. And then when you get the knowledge, it's not about going online talking about, yeah, I got the knowledge. No, it's time for activism. You know what I'm saying? Are you trained? Are you mentally prepared that if someone came and snatched all your riches and all whatever, could you survive? Right. They just snatched that dude's whole shit, millions and millions of dollars. We don't have that. If the new US coin comes out and then they cut you off because you got an opinion or you posted some shit on Instagram, dog, what the fuck are you gonna do, man?
Right.
This is a sign, dog. Okay? If you go online in the future and the US coin spot is all digital and you fuck around and put some Hebrews and Negro shit on your page and a nigga say, hey, that's against the community guidelines, your bank account, everything could be froze, dog. Your whole social value, when you go to get jobs and shit, they got a secret file on your ass. Doesn't play well with others. That's what this is. That's what the ripple effect of this is going to add to, family. They've already had this plan in motion. Fuck if Kanye said anything or not, or Kyrie, or whoever the fuck. They know what they were part of, dog. Them niggas are millions and millions and years deep in that. They more than know what the fuck is going on, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, we pawns in the game, man. You know what I mean? For real. That's what that is. I mean,
yeah, real talk.
Boy, I mean, we just try not to get hit with shit. You know what I mean? It's wild out there right now, man. And as you said, I like your definition of just soldiering up and what that means to you. You know what I mean? That's important because it's protests and all that stuff. Even the boycotts, that stuff only protests only go so far to me. I mean, I let's protest. Or get your voice out there now. What are we gonna do about it, man? Like in terms of rolling up.
Word, you got to take finances from the enemy. Right. All right. Even in art of war, you cut off the supplies and the resources. If a cat's sitting in an impenetrable fortress, you cut off the resources of food. All the wagons that come to that shit, you burn them to the ground.
And that the niggas, no matter what they got, you can't eat or you can't drink no water. You done in like 3 days, B.
Correct. You got to come out and build with me at that point. If everything and you starving, you got to come out and face me face to face. So for all these consumers, you really want to pull it out, yo, man, come and apologize to our people for one time. Whoever this mystery entity is never apologizes to any fucking one. Any fucking one. It's always somebody apologizing to some kind of mystery spook. Who the hell are you talking to, dog? I want to apologize to some mystery group of people that are offended at everything that I say. Yet millions of black kids can get on here and say, fuck it, stick it, a bitch is a bitch, this, that, and the other for years and make millions of dollars supported by these mystery entities. And no one has come with an offense like, yo, that's offensive to black people. Cut it out.
Right.
You can go put a dress on, brother, tomorrow, and I say something to you and I can get arrested. But I can go put all kinds of knees and shit on people's back and I don't get checked. It's a question. You got to go to trial and you see this motherfucker doing it right on the goddamn thing, son. Are you crazy?
Can't call it, man.
Oh,
I can't call it. It's upside down, man. Unfortunately, we gotta get ready to run on out of here. And I got 2 more shows after this, but yeah, it's
I appreciate your time, good brother.
no, man. I mean, it's a lot to cover, and I was gonna say, if you wanted to, I mean, we could, because there's more. I mean, we could continue on this, like part 2, the next time we catch up next month. If you want, we can talk about that offline. But there's a lot to this, and it's only going to this is just the start. Like you said, the ripple effect. You throw the rock in the pond.
Yes.
That's it. You know.
Yeah, so, man. I think we should get the people that join us, get some of their comments, because like I said, it's education. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got a dialogue. You know, people have not been in this, you know, in this situation. This has never happened in their lifetimes for someone to just give it up like that. So, you know, this is a deep thing. So a lot of people can be scared and nervous and not know where to start. So let's look at that on the next one. We can get in with the folks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We can. And so, yeah, we'll do something where, like, because here's the thing, is, you know, this is always the interesting part of doing a live show. It's a great aspect of it because people are there. But then for me, on my end, I'm trying to, like, listen to you, formulate a response, watch it there. So we have to do it in a structured way where, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm trying to listen. You're saying a bunch of, like, important stuff. So I want to get that and then the conversation. So we got to do some points. Maybe we stop at a certain point or something like that. And look at some of the comments and address them, because that might be a good thing, you know, every 15 minutes or something like that. Because
we get on a roll and shit. I mean, it's knowledge, it's elevation, my lord. So you know, it just rises the way it does, man.
Yeah, of course.
I definitely support everybody coming through, man. You know.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, this is very important. It's all organic, and all of our builds, as we said, are on the Carrying the Culture YouTube channel, and so it's definitely a bigger thing. We want to definitely figure out a way to, you know, to effectively involve more comments and stuff like that. But yeah, we get going, and then it's, you know, then before you know it, an hour's up already. So
yeah, man, always. But it's always a pleasure, my lord.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, we'll do it again. We do it every first Wednesday of each month, and getting all of our joints on the YouTube. And you know, rock with Brother Jay. It's brother BROJ X Clan and X Clan Worldwide. Rock with us, Carrying the Culture. And so we go live with DJ Sapphire at 9 o'clock. Got another show with our people, the after party at 10 o'clock. So it's trifecta. Thank you again, man. For I appreciate you always. It's always get off feeling a little smarter than I did. So
that's what's up, family. Give thanks and blessings to everyone who came through, man.
Thanks to everybody for joining us, man. We do it again, and we'll get this up on the YouTube, and I'll tag you, of course, and we'll we'll get a clip up on the Instagram too. So everybody be good. I'll talk to you soon, fam.
All right, peace, God. One.
All right,